Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League, and it has been an ugly season so far for the favorites. They are 1-7. We have already thrown in the towel this year, just completely forfeiting this season. It has been really frustrating because there have been quite a few losses that we absolutely could have won, even dating back to the first game of this entire season. And so there might be a little bit of hope here for our future, maybe not needing a full tear down rebuild. We might be able to flip this team around pretty quickly next year. But we don't really have any options in the free agent pool to consider bringing in, and definitely not. I mean, a lot of the players you see here with the talent are the ones that we've just let go of because of their lack of success. And so at this point, there's nothing really to do but just work through this season and figure out what we have in these players and just continue to develop them with all this extra money that we're stocking up on. Things have not looked good. That's true. Maybe there's a little bit of hope today. We will be going off against one of the best teams in the league, the Protectors, at 6-3. They have been consistently good for all 4 seasons in this Chemlock League. But they have Victor Simmons, who's tense right now. Starting this game, he has a tier 3 elite 4-seam fastball, but has not been successful this year. So maybe there's a chance for us to see some success today, especially with Asher Garcia on the mound. So what are we going to do with this lineup? Well, I guess just kind of squint our eyes and hope the team looks better from that perspective. I'll continue to put Forrest Ponce in the number 1 spot here, just because if something turns around, he's got the talent for it. Maybe we can see him look a little bit better. As far as number 2, I don't know why we should stop going to Sullivan Reddier. He has been one of our better hitters. Jack Mars has continued to look really good. And then that's where the team falls off a cliff when it comes to talent. Who's the other left fielder? I'm going to keep putting Vito Cummings in, or I'm going to put Vito into this one because he's younger. Maybe something happens from that. And then here we'll put Dina in the 5 spot. No, in the 4 spot. I don't know why I keep wanting to put her there. Marv, then we'll put Tucker, then Skyler, then Colby, and then Vito. God, our team sucks. It's so hard to watch. Let's see. Are we? You know what? I'm going to use our alternate for this because, I don't know, I kind of like them. So let's get into this one. Let's get it started. We're heading to the Bengata Bowl, the home of the Protectors. Very scary to see some of this talent from the Protectors, but that's what we're facing off against. And yeah, this is very lopsided talent-wise between these two teams and success-wise, but this is what we signed up for when our team did not show any signs of life. We just had to give up, and that's where we're going to start things. So Forrest going up against tense Victor Simmons. We'll get ahead in the count 0-2 as an elite 4-seam fastball at tier 3. Low there. Way high. As a 4-seam, a cutter. Forrest sends one to center field, but it's going to be a nice fly out there for Briggs Jensen in center. Simmons also working with a curveball and a changeup, so a nice pitch mix for him. He's got good velocity, average junk. Nice diving play from Neil Carrillo. Unfortunately, getting Sullivan Reddier on the way to first base. So 2 up, 2 down so far for the 10th starter, and he's back to neutral mojo immediately. So great way to take advantage of that. Jack Mars has been great, 304 batting average. Pulls one foul and out of play. 3 home runs and 6 RBIs for him. He's locked in. Fouling off a couple of pitches here. He's down 1-2. He'll take outside on the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And Jack Mars times that one up perfect. Dead center field. way out of here into the batter's eye there at the Bengado Bowl, and his hot streak continues. Another solo home run for him, 479. What a shot for him. And these dogs are barking as he flies around the bases. I don't know, that's another strategy I have for one of the home run calls. The favorites do not have a lot that ties me to them, so it's hard to get it sorted out. Dina Andrews coming up 1-1, takes a strike takes strike 2, and then swings through strike 3 out of the zone and high. But we get the lead at the top of the first from Jack Mars. One of the best draft picks I could make. Now we'll turn to our number 1 pick. We'll have Asher Garcia come out to the mound, 3.86 ERA. First pitch right to Jack Mars, and that'll be a ground out. Nice play there. Leon Cross will come up, batting .407, 4 home runs, 5 RBIs. He's on fire right now with 2 negative traits. It has not affected his batting. And a grounder up the middle, and Sullivan Reddier does not dive for it. It's going to sneak its way into center field for a 1-out single. I think we could have made a play there. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. And now Christian McIntyre will come up, batting .333. Tier 2 bad jumps over there at first base, but the speed is over 100. Runner takes off immediately. Dina Andrews with a weaker arm, still able to get the runner at second base, and that will drop Cross down to locked-in mojo. And just like that, on the elite changeup, Asher Garcia gets out of the inning facing the minimum. He gives up a base hit, immediately gets the runner caught at second base, and then gets the strikeout. So a nice start there. Start to this game for the favorites. Marv Panther now comes up, batting 150 with 1 RBI. Shows bunt, pulls back on ball 2, and then grounds to second base. Hanny Smalls, who's tense, will toss it to first in time. Speaking of tense, Tucker Long has been struggling for the start of his career with the favorites. 125 average, 1 RBI, swung way late on that fastball, and a curveball out of the zone. Fastball high, and fouling one off. Victor back to tense mojo. I didn't even notice that. And gets a fastball, but it's going to be looped over to third base. Nice play. I believe that's Cross at third base, catching that in midair for out number 2. And Simmons gets his mojo back. Skylar Stewart comes up, surprising us with a little bit of pop in her bat. 1 home run and 3 RBIs. We'll see what she's able to do here. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Swings way late, 101 miles an hour. Not able to catch up to that. Makes good contact there, but fouls straight back. And then fighting to stay alive on that one goes foul. 2-2 count. Another foul ball. Skyler gets called for strike 3. 102 on the gun. So you know Simmons was really reaching back on that one, just wanting to get out of this inning. So no outs there, or no runs come across. Nobody even reaches base for the favorites, and we head to the bottom of the second, and oh my god, I do not want to look at Havoc Sandman. Tier 3 Ace Exterminator. Luckily, nobody is in scoring position because he has Tier 2 RBI hero as well. Falling behind 0-2, Asher Garcia will get another foul. And throwing that off-speed stuff, it's going to be fouled off. Blooped into shallow left field. Calling off the shortstop is Vito Cummings, and that'll be out number 1. So addressing the best hitter on this team attribute-wise, he's able to get out of it. Garcia does, and now he'll face off against Ward Drake. Ward batting .464, has 2 home runs. He grounds to second. Jack Mars is going to quickly get it over to first for out number 2. And Kellen Livingston, the catcher. That's the second batter we've seen with the wonky hair poking out of the back of the helmet. Livingston, 333, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. They'll put it right in front of the plate. Dina Andrews comes out of the crouch, gets it in fair territory, and will get it out of the inning. So facing the minimum still as Asher Garcia goes 1-2-3 in the second inning. Colby Foster now coming up, batting .429, so he's been a surprise success for us once he took over the starting role for Jackson Nielsen in right field. This one's going to slow roll up to Victor, and he'll quickly toss it to first. Easy out, number 1. Vito Cummings is approaching the plate, batting .500. His first pitch slayer at tier 1, so very insignificant. And we'll take a strike. Victor dropping a curveball into the zone. Gets him to chase, and then fouls one off. So 0-2 count. Cummings way outmatched in that at-bat. Simmons gets to strike out. And we turn to the top of the order. Forrest Ponce coming up 0 for 1. His average dropped below 200 after his last at-bat. Takes the ball low, 1-1 count. Made decent contact, but went straight to the center fielder in his last at-bat, so we'll see if he can find some green grass. Instead, gets underneath that one, and it's going to be an easy fly-out. Can of corn for Leon Cross. Crosses in left field. So I don't remember who their third baseman is. I'll keep an eye out for that. Briggs Jensen, the center fielder, is locked in today. Batting .333, no home runs, no RBIs, tier 2 inside pitch. So Asher Garcia starts on the outside part of the plate, tests him on the inside, takes it for a strike well ahead of the elite changeup, 1-2 count, and will not chase out of the zone. This one's going to get down in front of the right fielder, Kobe Foster. Good speed over there, getting it in quickly, but it's going to be a leadoff base hit for Jensen. And now Neil Carrillo comes up. He's playing third base today, batting .227 with 3 RBIs, no home runs. And Garcia, who's locked in this medium pressure situation, is going to get a nice boost there. 0-2 count immediately. Falling behind is Carrillo, trying to hold off the fastball out of the zone. Checking on the runner, gets back safely. Good speed over there at first base. And up, off the glove of Forrest Ponce. Why did I keep him at third base? Dang it. Oh, man. Forrest Ponce misplays it. He loses his mojo. And then Asher Garcia, for allowing another base runner to reach base, just lost his mojo. So he's back to neutral. Isaiah Terrell comes up. Rally stopper at tier 2 for Asher Garcia. With runners on first and second, they check on the runner at second. He gets back. Terrell will swing through strike 1. Chases strike 2, so 1-2 count here for Garcia. Same spot, but he holds back this time. And then, man, that curveball dropped right into the outside part of the plate for strike 3. Nice pitch there from Garcia. He gets his mojo back, so now locked in, and he has the rally stopper trait helping him out. Hanny Smalls, inside pitch. Jack Mars to Reddier, over to first. Double play, ends the inning. What an opportunity there for Garcia to let his team down, but instead he steps up, stops the rally, and gets out of the inning. So beautiful pitching performance for him, and no runs come across in a really tough situation. Top of the fourth we go, and steals that one out of the air. Sullivan Reddier got very unlucky. He made contact, went right up the middle, and nice play from Simmons on that one. Jack Mars now comes up, the only run production for this game altogether. Still locked in. Simmons is neutral mojo over 40 pitches. And Jack will continue his hot streak, making great contact. He lines it up the middle for a base hit, just a single this time. Unfortunately, there's not much else behind him, as he might get stranded over there in first base. Great speed. He's out, or he's locked in, and Dina Andrews will swing at the first pitch she sees and line out to right field for out number 2. Here comes Marv Panther. 0 for 1 today. Average at 143. Be nice to see him make contact, maybe in a corner. Get both of them running. Simmons checks on Mars, gets back safely at first base. And Panther will pop up into foul territory, and it's going to get out of play. 0-2 count, and Panther will not chase there. 51 pitches already for Simmons here in the top of the fourth. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Panther fouls another one off. Runner stays at first base, gets back safely. Second disengagement for Simmons. Panther takes high, so now full count, runner takes off, swings at ball 4, makes contact off the end of the bat, and he'll pull it right to the pitcher. Ugh. So Jack Marr is the only one to reach base there in the 4th inning, and now we head to the bottom of the inning. Leon Cross comes in locked in. He was on fire, but got caught stealing second base. 2-0 count for Garcia. Gets a strike at the top of the zone on the changeup. And pulls one foul, so now 2-2. Garcia trying to get the put-out pitch, and it's going to be pulled foul once again. Another foul, and staying alive is grounder to short, and Sullivan Reddier with a nice arm is able to scoop and toss all in one motion over to first base for the red-hot, I forgot his name already, to ground out to lead off this inning. Leon Cross. Red-hot Leon Cross grounds out to short, and that's out number 1. McIntyre here pulls one well foul and out of play. 2-1 count, and another foul ball. So they're not making good contact. They're not able to time him up either. He's really changing speeds. Tucker Long with a nice diving play. He'll get his mojo back as he gets it down the first base line, gets up in time and tosses to the first, where Garcia is there for out number 2. Big challenge once again. Havoc Sandman got out last time on a fly out to left field, but still locked in. First pitch he sees, he yanks down the left field line, but just foul. And then this time he'll get it into center field for a base hit. So 2-out rally for Sandman and the Protectors. Garcia does not want to keep this inning going any longer. So we'll see what he can do here against Ward Drake, who's 0 for 1. Great speed at first base. Runner takes off immediately. Off-speed pitch, and Dina Andrews cannot get that one down in time as her arm is not strong enough. Easy steal for Sandman at second base, and he is wreaking havoc. Ward Drake, 2-1 count with 2 outs here. Swings through strike 2 out of the zone. Asher checks on the runner, back safely there. And a dribbler pulled foul. Gets another foul ball here, staying alive. 2-2, 2 outs. Drake will ground to first. Tucker Long will take it himself. Steps on the bag to end the inning. So the base hit and the stolen base don't mean anything. And it's a 4th clean inning for Asher Garcia. You have to believe that based on our track record this season, that 1 run won't be enough. Asher's been phenomenal, but I'd love some insurance. Tucker here batting 111, got his mojo back after a nice diving play to first. Instead here he'll line out to second base for out number 1. Skyler now comes in, 0 for 1 today. Had a nice little battle last time. Just missed a couple of pitches and fouled him off. Let's see if she can make good contact here. Ball too low. Still over 100 miles an hour due to that elite 4-seam fastball trait. 60 pitches now for Simmons, and he's still going strong here in the 5th. Stewart just misses that one, and it's going to get out of or go foul as well. 2-2 count, and she'll loft one into center field, but Jensen able to close the gap quickly and get there to catch that for out number 2. Foster 0 for 1 today. We're at high pressure now as we get deeper into this ball game with 2 outs. Foster trying to reach base safely here in any way he can, trying to help his team out. And instead he'll ground to first base. Sandman, easy step on the bag to end the inning. So nice pitching from Simmons, who started this game tense, but and then allowed a home run in the first inning. Has not allowed anything since. Very impressive performance for him. So we're in the bottom of the 5th now. Asher Garcia with 56 pitches, still going strong. off the end of the bat, Kellen Livingston will get thrown out. Oh my goodness, what a play from Sullivan Reddier. Nice angle for him up the middle, and he's able to get the one hop, get it over to first for out number 1. Garcia approaching the 60 pitch mark. That'll help as Livingston flies out to Cummings on the first pitch he sees. So make that 2 outs for Neil Carrillo. 1 for 1 with a single. Asher still locked in. He is getting tired, so that locked in mojo and the high pressure are helping him out. And 1-2 count here with 2 outs, trying to get out of the inning. Oh, just doesn't get him to bite. Checks the swing and holds it. So now full. Garcia with the put-out pitch, and it's going to be a grounder up the middle just past the glove of Sullivan Reddier. And now runner will be on first base. Carrillo with a mojo boost there, and his speed will get even better with this max pressure against Isaiah Terrell. Asher Garcia still locked in. 65th pitch. Runner takes off immediately. It's an off-speed pitch into the dirt, and Reddier can't corral it, so it's an easy stolen base for Carrillo. 2-0 count. Garcia. Oh, just get through this inning, buddy. Terrell fouls that one off. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Great speed at second. And it's going to get over the head of the shortstop. It's going to get all the way to the wall in left center field. Marv Panther gets to that one, and it's going to be an RBI double for Isaiah Terrell to tie this ball game. And you knew it was just a matter of time. I was really hoping that Garcia could get out of this inning. And here he goes, gets pulled for a crisp lopside. Runner on second is his responsibility. Crisp, dude, you need to get out of this. Hanny Smalls is tense. Little Hack tier 3 activates for him. Gets strike number 2 here. Crisp will get a number off the end of the bat, and Tucker Long will catch that to end the inning. So the ball game gets tied by the Protectors on a huge hit from Isaiah Terrell. But that's going to be the end of the day for Asher Garcia, allowing 1 run through 4 and 2/3 innings, excuse me. And now I told you we needed more than 1 run. Vito Cummings here in a tier 2 clutch situation with high pressure. Simmons exhausted. Cummings will ground to second. Smalls over to first, out number 1. Forrest Ponce is tense, not from his poor batting, but his poor fielding, unfortunately. Simmons gets pulled for Carl Parra. Carl Parra with an elite slider, along with a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball. And he used the slider there, 0-2 count, and Ponce will take strike 3. What an unproductive batter he is. 2 outs for Sullivan Reddier. He's gotten very unlucky on a couple of plays here. Last time went right up the middle, but nice play from the pitcher to catch it on the fly. He's been productive for us, but Sullivan now down to 308. He's cooling off a bit of late. 2-1. 3-1 count now with 2 outs, and Sullivan will get it up the middle into center field for a base hit. He'll stand on first for our hottest hitter. In a max pressure situation, Jack Mars is locked in, 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. An opportunity for him to keep the line moving. Sullivan at first with great speed. And Jack to left field. Does this have enough? It's going to get up, and it's going to get into the bullpen. The favorites are cheering. The bullpen has bouncing up and down over there. And Jack Mars with his second home run of the game is a 2-run homer to give us the lead once again here in the top of the 6th. Carl Parra will blow it, and Jack Mars capitalizes on a pitch that he was able to drive and pull into left field. What a moment here for the favorites. It is, whew. Tina Andrews will douse that fire with a quick strikeout. But 2 runs come across in the top of the 6th. We take the lead in the last of this game, and Leon Cross will come up. Forrest gets pulled by the favorites in place of Case Hendricks, so we're going defense at third, which is exactly how it should be. And Chris Lopside will now face off against the At the heart of this lineup, 2, 3, 4 hitters, and Cross, who's been red hot all game long, with the reverse splits trait. Chris Flopside knew exactly what to do, and Dean Andrews was able to get over to the on deck circle to catch that pop out for out number 1. Swinging through strike 2 is McIntyre, 0-2 count, and sends one to deep left field. Cummings is going back, and he'll get to the wall in time to catch that one. I didn't think he was fast enough to catch up to it. He was able to get that, so 2 outs. Down by 2, Havoc Sandman. Last chance. Tier 3 Ace Exterminator activated here. Locked in as well. In a max pressure situation, falls behind 0-2. Crisp with the elite curveball, but it's going to be nubbed into right field for a 2-out base hit for Sandman. And Chris Flopside, who was locked in, will immediately drop back to neutral mojo. And great speed over there at first base, but the runner does not matter, except for it does here as Ward Drake sends it to deep left field. That's going to get out of here. Oh my God. Chris Lopside, what is wrong with you? 392 for Ward Drake. 3rd home run, 7th RBI, and we allow him to tie it up. Chris Lopside blows the lead. Boy, we can't have nice things, can we? The favorites just continue to be embarrassing in these late innings, as we, at this point, are likely going to blow the game, as Livingston will send it all the way into center field past Marv Panther. Cannon arm will activate, but not before he slides in safely into second base. That's the winning run right there. With 2 outs, all this happened with 2 outs. Briggs Jensen now comes up 1 for 2 with a single. Crisp is still tense, but it's going to stay in this ball game. He'll ground to first. Tucker steps on the bag, ends the inning, but not before Chris Lopside blows the game, blows the save, and will make us go into extra innings for what, like the 3rd, maybe 4th time in 9 games? This is so frustrating. Mark Panther will ground to first. Havoc Sandman will backhand a toss to the pitcher for out number 1. Boy, I am deflated. We just had this game in our hands, and we let it go twice. I don't blame Asher Garcia, although I was sad to see him lose the opportunity to get the shutout, as a grounder to third will be out number 2. Garcia can't be perfect, you know. That's what this team is asking him to do, but he can't be. And I would never expect that from him. He pitched well today. He'll get a no decision, but it was Chris Flopside, who we've known for so long in our Outlaw series. He blows this game. So mad at him. He has pitched really poor for this team since he's joined us. Neil Carrillo comes up 2 for 2. And Chris still going to stay out there. We're probably just going to give up a home run to end the game. Neil grounds right in front of the plate. Dina gets that over to first for out number 1. Isaiah Terrell, who came up huge to get the RBI double to tie the game at 1 back in the 5th inning, comes back up here. Reverse splits activated against him. Terrell sends it to deep right field, but it is going to hang up. And Colby Foster gets to that right in front of the warning track in right center field for out number 2. Hanny Small's having a really bad day, 0 for 3 today, batting 192. Inside pitch is activated, but tier 2 reverse splits, along with the high-pressure tense mojo, really working in against him here. Why is Crisp still out there? I don't get it. A grounder to short will end this inning. Reddier over to first. Oh, we head to the top of the 8th now. We'll go 8-9-1. Colby Foster comes up. 0 for 2 today. Para approaching 20 pitches. Beyond half of his stamina is gone. a comebacker off of his glove, about 37% chance for him to misplay that, and he does. And even though the shortstop was there to collect the ricochet, it's going to be an infield single for Colby Foster. And now Cummings will come up. A grounder past the shortstop. Terrell can't get that one. It's going to be a base hit, so now 2 on with nobody out to lead off this inning. Case Hendricks will come in. He is in the leadoff spot as he replaced Forrest Ponce. Has yet to get a hit as a favorite. Will drop down the bunt right back to the pitcher, and that's a mistake as the runner gets caught at second base for out number 1. One runner does reach third, so with 1 out, runners on first and third for Sullivan Reddier. Got a base hit his last time, seeing if he can do it again to drive in one of these runs. He sends it to deep right field. It looks like it's going to die, and runner tagging up from third. Ward Drake will get it, but it has a very weak arm, and the favorites do take the lead here in the top of the 8th. And we have our guy, Jack Mars, coming up. He's out of this world right now. Carl Parra gets pulled for Aiden Castor. Aiden Castor with Tier 2 clutch activated in a max pressure situation. Jack chases out of the zone, 1-1 count. Has a 4-seam, a 2-seam, and a slider. You saw the slider right there, and it's fouled off. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Jack Mars, he can't do it again, does he? Does he? Can he? Will he? And he dives right off the top of the wall. Jack Mars with his 3rd home run of the game. Oh my God, 407. His 6th home run and 11th RBI of the season make this a 6-3 ball game. We've scored 3 runs here at the top of the 8th. A chance for us to pull away finally, but we have to rely on our bullpen to hopefully get the outs that we need to win this game. Dina Andrews comes up, gets plugged in the leg. Wild pitch there from the pitcher. I don't know if he's a little pissed off at that home run call from Jack Mars, but now Castor is rattled. Panther comes up with a runner on first, and he'll ground out to second base to end the inning. But we score 3 runs in the top of the 8th, making it a 6-3 ball game. We will now have to face off against the 2-3-4 hitters once again, starting with Leon Cross. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Get Crisp out of there. What are we doing right now? He's over 26 pitches. He's tense, or he's neutral now, but he's gassed against their hottest hitter. Leon falls behind 1-2. Reverse split still activated against him. Ball inside. Oh my God, I hate this right now. Full count. Cross will push one foul. We'll do it again. And over the glove of Jack Mars into right center field. Panther will come up throwing. Does not get his cannon arm, and an easy sliding double for Cross. Fuck. Christian McIntyre tense comes up with Tier 2 RBI hero. We pull in Amelia McKay? Oh my God, I hate myself. I hate this game so much. I hate this game so much. Why is she the pitcher we turn to? Oh, no. We're going to blow it, aren't we? We're going to blow it. McIntyre falls behind 1-2. McKay somehow gets the strikeout. McIntyre frozen. That's just out number 1. Next up is Havoc Sandman, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He ended up scoring one of those runs on the home run, and he'll pull it down the left field line just past the bag, but fair into the left field corner. Vito Cummings will come up throwing to second base. That's going to be an RBI double for Havoc Sandman, so it's now 6-4 with 1 out. And Ward Drake comes up. He tied the ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Why did we go to McKay here? Oh, it's already happening, isn't it? 2-0 count. Ward Drake grounds to first. Tucker Long will step on the bag. Runner advances to third. Tying run comes to the plate for Kellen Livingston. Max pressure, RBI 0, activated at tier 2. There's out number 1. Or strike number 1. He falls behind 0-2. McKay gets the strikeout to end the game. What the hell? She had no business. She had no business coming in at the end of that game. Somehow we win. What the hell? Jack Mars single-handedly won this game for us. 3 home runs. The Protectors coming up big in a few different spots. A lot of clutch hitting for them, but they end up losing this one. They ended up having more hits than us, but we came out with more runs. My God. All right, let's take a look at the Protectors first. Smalls 0 for 4. Cross 2 for 4. We actually kept him at bay coming into this one on fire. Only going 2 for 4 with 1 run scored is pretty good. Havoc Sandman, yeah, he was wreaking havoc. 3 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Ward Drake 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. That was the one that tied the ball game in the 6th. And then an RBI single from Isaiah Terrell, which happened at the bottom of the 5th to tie the ball game. For the favorites, it really just comes through Jack Mars. 4 for 4 with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. Sullivan Reddier with a base hit and an RBI. And then really nothing else, which is really embarrassing. Foster 1 for 3 with a run scored. Vito Cummings 1 for 3 with a run or with a strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Andrews. Whew. All right, take a look at pitching. Simmons was great. He came into this one tense and he got out of it immediately. He did give up a solo home run, but that was only 1 of 2 hits that he allowed in 5 1/3, and he got 3 strikeouts. After that, yeah, Carl Parra was the one that blew this one for them. 2 1/3, 4 hits, 4 earned runs. He gave up a solo or 2-run homer to Jack Mars and struck out 2. And then Castor came in 1/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit. It was a home run. And yeah, all 3 pitchers gave up a home run to Jack Mars, which is great. For the favorites, Garcia was phenomenal today. 4 2/3, gave up 6 hits, 1 earned run, and struck out 2. Lopside pissed me off. He gave up a 2-run homer. He gave up 3 runs total. 2 1/3, with 4 hits allowed. And then Amelia McKay. No fucking way she deserved to come into this one and get the save. She goes 1 inning. She gets 1 hit and 2 strikeouts. I'll take it. She struck out 2. My God, that scared the crap out of me. But we get a win. Jack Mars gets number 1. I don't know why we don't see Garcia on this one, but Havoc Sandman gets number 2 and Ward Drake number 3. Boy, Jack Mars is getting really hot for us right now. I love seeing that. It feels like Rock Quintana in year 1, or Tony Sandercut in year 2, where it's just like every time he comes up, you're like, he's going to hit a home run, isn't he? Vito or Case? Vito does not look promising, even though he's 21, just very weak all around. Case Hendricks, despite being not that good of a hitter, good speed, and a solid arm at third base, I think he's somebody we could potentially develop. So I think I kind of want to keep Case, and Vito will get the mojo drop there. It'll be cheap to bring back. Jack, you are getting the loyalty boost here because you have been amazing lately. So love to see that. He gets up to 90 loyalty, and let's simulate up to our next game. We're at 2 wins, folks. Still the worst team in the league. Not the worst run differential, but that's probably due to the fact that we've gone into extra innings so many times. And Jack Mars is now on fire after his success in that last game with 3 home runs. All right, well, since the last one, Vito, speaking of which, is looking to get some development. Sullivan Reddier with a boost in his fielding, +2. I really like Sullivan. Jess Trujillo with a development opportunity. A move for the Reapers. Chance to gain Meltdown for Homer Harden. I don't like that, but it might be one of those, like, we do it if he gets Meltdown. We know we're not going to develop him anymore, but if he doesn't, the junk and accuracy boost would be nice. And then Amelia McKay. She may have deserved this one coming in and pitching so well. So let's go to the development section. Turf Woodard is not getting development. Homer Harden. We'll maybe do that one. And we're not doing this one for Dina Andrews. So let's take a look at these other ones. I'm just gonna bite the bullet. Homer, if you do get Meltdown, we're probably gonna drop you off the team. If you don't, you get some junk and some accuracy. So let's see. We have enough money to spend anyways. Doesn't get the extra junk. Does he get Meltdown? He does not. All right, cool. So we took the risk. It was worth it. Knew what we were walking into there. Jess with -2 accuracy, but gaining more velocity. You know what? Yeah, I'll give that to her. She's been pitching decently well. Hate the drop in accuracy, but I'll take it for the extra velocity. And then we go to Amelia McKay. You earned it for your great pitching performance, +4 velocity, -2, and a chance for more velocity. Doesn't get it. Can she get a trait will never leverage? No, she does not. So little development there for her. And then Vito Cummings, can we boost him to be a full outfielder? No bonus contact, and he doesn't get the extra position in the outfield. Gets a big loyalty boost there, so he offsets what we dropped earlier. And a boost to his contact, so we like to see that. And then not doing that for either of the catchers on this team. So I'm actually going to, I think, turn to Turf for the rest of the way in the behind the plate, just because of he's got a stronger arm, 82 versus 65. So I think we'll just do that behind the plate from this point going forward. Is there anybody that we can bring in to drop Dina Andrews? Because I am just kind of sick of her. So there's Artichoke Taverna. Cheap, under her price point. And she decent, 68 for count. Don't like that. And then Jacoby Sorelli, which I think is the brother of Braden Sorelli, but as injury prone. So Artichoke. Is this going to work for our... It will work for our chemistry. So I think Dina at 30, just abysmal performer, and a weak arm. It's about the same thing here. Get better at contact, but it's really just going to be a dump of salary. And we'll probably be leading with Turf Woodard behind the plate for most of these games just because he's a better defender. So, Dina, get the hell out of here. I'm done with you. It's sad that she wasn't more effective when she used to be an all-star, but progression has hit her hard. All right, so that's one move that we're going to make. We're just going to keep doing this. We're just going to keep getting a little bit cheaper. We're going to get a little bit younger. We'll look at some of these other players as opportunities come up. No, I didn't like her before. All right, so thank you so much for watching this one. Holy moly, that was crazy. I'm actually very curious. Did Jack just skyrocket up the league leaders? No, he's still not on the league leaders, despite his 6th home run and 11th RBI. He leads the league in home runs. He is in 4th for RBIs, so that's... And he's currently in 8th spot for... his batting average at 407. And I don't know what it's going to take to get him up there in the top 10. Number 2 in slugging, or I mean OPS. Number 1 in slugging. Tied for extra base hits. Yeah, he's getting kind of the raw end of the deal here. And there he is in runs scored as well. And I wonder... So we don't see Asher Garcia come up here, but he has been pitching really well. The first game was a bit of a rough outing for him. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, but since then he has pitched incredibly well. But it's just literally Jack Mars and Sullivan Reddier. Forrest with 5 hits, but that's not good. Especially when these three all have the same amount of at-bats. Marv Panther only here because there's no one to replace him. Jack, 31 total bases. So good. Pitching wise, Asher down to a 3.21 ERA, 5 earned runs through 14 innings pitched and 3 games pitched. And he hasn't been flawless, but he's been doing really well. Um, Hoping Cumulo can get into the swing of things, get a little bit more familiar with herself. Jess Trujillo has some skewed numbers here due to 2 really bad starts to the game, and then we're kind of recovering pretty well. Cairo Cohen, I think he got overused a bit. Jericho House has been okay, not as good as I want him to be. Chris Flopside has been miserable for us. So I don't know. We don't really care about the wins. We just kind of care about our players developing. So that's what we'll continue to keep an eye on. But thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.